Welcome to the Kia Training Grounds. Danielle Manuel and Terry Dunfield here with you as the Reds get set to head out to take on the Houston Dynamo. And some news and notes concluding training here today. It looks as though that Will Johnson will be back for the game against the Philadelphia Union, and Clint Irwin, his timeline, it's a little bit longer, but he's expected to be back for the game against the Montreal Impact. This is good news for the Reds.
Great news, and coming off of 4 straight wins, and I don't mean this negatively, but I don't think we've seen the best of this TFC team. And with this group of players, when everybody's fit, the ceiling could be incredibly high.
Now they head out on the road, as we said, to take on the Dynamo. This is a team currently sitting 10th place in the Western Conference. They traded away arguably their best player in Giles Barnes. What is the state of their franchise?
To be fair, it's not quite as bad as what it might be. The table doesn't lie at this time of the year, but Wade Barrett, since he's taken over as interim manager, in 10 games they've only lost 3. They've stopped conceding goals. They've only conceded 8 in 10 games, but where they have struggled is to score goals. So it's a little bit of a surprise that they've traded Giles Barnes to Vancouver, but maybe they're thinking longer term.
Regardless of where Houston sits in the table, we know that this is always a difficult place to play.
Houston, it'll be very hot. It'll be sweltering, and so we're going to have to deal with that mentally. And on top of that, we have a team that maybe isn't in their best form, so they're going to be trying extremely hard, putting pressure on us.
We have to come out ready to work, because it's also not going to be easy. It's going to be warm, no question, and humid, and we've got to be mentally strong and work through that and be smart.
We have been dealing with a massive heat wave here in the GTA, with temperatures reaching over 44 degrees Celsius. But Terry, this is arguably the best preparation for the Reds heading down to a hot and humid climate like Houston.
Yeah, good point. The heat will play a factor down there, and the 9 o'clock kickoff, that helps a little bit. Houston Dynamo's record at home is very good. They've only lost once all year. That was 4-1 to the LA Galaxy. In these hot conditions, it's important that you dominate the ball, you keep possession. I think Michael Bradley and his range of passing will be important. The last thing you want to do is give it away needlessly. All of a sudden you're chasing after things that you don't need to. You have to be economical with your running.
I spoke with Greg Vanny about what he liked most from the homestand. What can they take forward into this game? And he said, I like the way that we are connecting on the field. The fact that we're moving the ball quicker, it's allowing us to break down oppositions.
Good point, and positive as well. They try to get the ball forward when they can. The Dynamo play a 4-1-4-1 formation with ex-TFC midfielder Colin Warner sat in front of the back 4. And if they can get the ball up to possibly toss St. Ricketts or Altidore, I think David Hurst and Annie Baba aren't the quickest, and possibly we could exploit Houston in behind. And as Houston then start to drop a little bit deeper, it's a double-edged sword. It creates pockets for Jovinko and Osorio to operate.
Will Bruin is their striker, but he only has 4 goals on the season. June 26th was his last goal. Prior to that, March 19th. So yes, he's having some difficulties finishing, but still you do not want to leave him by himself.
No, you don't. He's a big, powerful striker. He's happy getting the ball to his feet and turning with it. For a big man, he can shift as well. He's good at getting on the end of crosses, and he gets chances. Against Montreal, he had 4 or 5 good opportunities in a 1-0 defeat in their last game. And my only criticism is he can't finish, but he does need to be marked.
Well, the Reds are going to look to take their good form from home, carry that out onto the road to take on the Houston Dynamo. It will be a later kickoff, 9 o'clock p.m. to be exact, on TSN. And as always, you can follow along the social conversation using the hashtag TFC Live.